Why would you ask that? Yeah, because I've seen a lot of lights in every room and no one's tried to go to the patient's room at the moment. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm going there. And that's it. That's much about on my shifts. And then they told me, yeah, thank you so much for helping us. No, thank you for helping me because it's going to be my first shift. I'm not sure what I'm really going on, but you've been more supportive to me. Thank you so much for guiding. I was like, no, don't worry. I'll just come back here again.
Oh, that's great.
I was like, oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm going to come back there again.
And you have been back?
Yeah, I've been back there for a couple of times.
So when did you finish the PCA work and get into your skill set, which is ED? You worked for the agency in ED?
Yeah, because during that time, it's really hard to get a job as a nurse. I'm not sure, but it's already, the borders has closed, COVID hits. I'm pretty sure they need more nurses there. But during that time, it's really hard to get a job. And then the only thing that I can survive is that stop working as a nurse in agency. And then, of course, I did my first shift as a nurse in ED somewhere in Midland. And then afterwards, I started, what do you call that? Because I'm trying to wing it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to fake it because that's how we learn. And because back then, I'm still not sure if this same as we used to work in the Middle East. And then what happened was I just follow how they do. Imagine during that time, because I'm still not sure with what I'm doing, all the oral medication that doesn't need to be checked by double nurse.
Okay.
I did that. Like even simple paracetamol last time, I'm going to give paracetamol to patient there. I was thinking maybe need a double nurse to check. I was like, I'm not sure. That's why I'm going to give paracetamol to patient. I was like, yeah, go on. I was like, oh, okay. It doesn't need to take a double check in there. So back then the doctor was just going to write them the name of the medication itself, the generic name. Yeah. There you go. They will not write it with this. Okay. We just look at the cupboard, just look at for the brand name. And that's it. And yeah, I was like, then everything's going well. I'm doing the best I can. That first shift is like fulfilling to me because I did it.
That was in ED.
That's in ED. Mm-hmm. Usually if an agency nurse go into an ED shift in a hospital, that first time they've been there, they usually put them in a short stay, which is easy.
Yeah.
I would say easy.
What sort of patients go into short stay? Just explain.
Most of the short stay patients just go in there just waiting for labs. They think like us all settled.
Results. Yeah, results. X-rays, blood tests. Yes.
And then some of them also just giving them like first or second dose of antibiotics and then some hydration. If they're all completely fine, they can go home. Some of them usually just wait. Sometimes they usually wait for beds going upstairs or wards, but they just need to be moved in a short stay because in the main department, they need more beds in there just in case some patient came in, like urgent one.
What's the weirdest thing that you've had come into ED? You can describe an accident or something really weird. So if I give you an example, the weirdest thing that I've seen come into theatre is a guy had a drill bit right through the web of his hand between his thumb and first finger, but the drill was still attached because he couldn't reverse the drill to take it out because he'll do more damage. So the drill bit was right through to the palm of his hand, like he drilled a complete hole.
Shoot.
But with his good hand, he was holding the drill. And, of course, every time he moved from bed to the operating table, he would be in agony.
Oh.
Have you had any sort of incidents like that in ED that...
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that.
Presentation?
We'll try, but
remember, I can edit it.
Of course.
Okay, just say it. No.
Okay.
I'll be the judge.
Well, one of the weirdest thing that happened is like I can still remember now. I got this guy came in. He doesn't want to say anything. Literally don't want to talk anything. He just really in agony, agonizing pain on his groin, especially his pulse. Okay. And then one of the triage nurses I talked to, like, can you tell me what happened to you? He's not saying anything. He's not saying anything, completely silent. And then one of our doctors came up to him and talked to him. We cannot treat you with what we don't know. That's why we need to know what's really going on to you.
Fair enough.
And then what happened was, he said, like, fuck it. You're just going to know it. He said, I'm trying to castrate myself.
Oh.
He's been injecting himself with ethanol in his balls.
With what?
Ethanol. Yeah, I'm not sure which regards for the things that he's been injecting, but he's been injecting a lot of stuff in his ball to castrate himself. Like a lot of stuff. I was like, oh my God. And then he went straight to rhesus because he couldn't contain the pain. We're trying to manage the pain. Oh no. That's probably the weirdest thing I've ever heard now.
Did he survive?
Yeah, he did survive. Just for what I understand, he got he got actually discharged. But in my point, you can just go straight to Bali. Just get your cut off. Well, I know it's going to be
tubes tied.
Yeah, it's going to be less painful. There's going to be a lot of experts to do you instead of doing by yourself. I mean, you're not in extremely agonizing pain. Aside from that, you wouldn't even know that you might have infection while doing that.
But imagine injecting. You guys hate being kicked.
Yeah, I was like,
why would you inject?
Literally. No.
I bet you guys all sort of crossing your legs going, oh, no, don't do that.
Please don't do this to me.
No. I remember when you were working for the agency, you went and did some work in the country. Was that sort of after those few shifts that you did out at Midland, you went to wax?
Oh, at the time,
WA Country Health?
Yeah. What actually happened is that I want to try differently because I'm living my own now. During that time, me and my wife's not really in a good, not really good in a relationship. And I wanted to go in somewhere and explore.
Yep.
And during the time, HCA is offering wax placement for all the nurses.
Country. Yep.
Especially for ED trained. Yeah, they love that. I was like, okay,
I do.
I grabbed that. Sorry. And then eventually I grabbed one of the shift in Broome. Yeah.
Everybody wants to go to Broome.
Yeah. I was like, I've been there before. It's really nice. Yeah, it's really nice. And then when I decided going to Broome and do my shift as a wax nurse, it's really amazing there. When I arrived there, they were actually thinking that I'm ward trained, not an ED trained. That's why they put me most of the time in the wards. And that's a problem to me because I don't do wards anymore.
But wards is basic nursing care.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, do they have some interesting cases up there? Because it's the land of the crocodiles.
Yeah.
The crocodiles are in the mangroves.
Oh, my God. Well, before I come in here, I already expect to myself that I'm going to be seeing a lot of huge animals and probably insects in there. And I'm trying to make myself really used to it because I'm really afraid of big spiders. They got like huge spiders in there. I was like, try myself to wing it. I was like, nah.
Well, I always tell my friends who are from overseas and come to Australia for an adventure, you have to be careful of anything that starts with S. So we've got spiders, sharks, snakes, scorpions, stingrays.
Oh, damn, yeah.
Saltwater crocodiles.
Yeah.
Stingers.
Oh, the big, absolutely.
Watch out.
Yeah, I got a patient went to each side or just walk around and then someone stings him in the leg. I was like, do you recognize what stings you? I was like, no, I didn't know that. That keeps bleeding in my leg. I was like,
stingers.
I was like, no. I was like, we have to brought like a warm buckets in there. I was like, to help him with the pain. And I was like, shoot. And it was like, the only thing that helps him with the pain is like warm water. I was like, okay, put your leg there.
So after Broome, where did you go?
Oh yeah, I just did my wax for more than a month. And then I just need to go back here in Perth because just for my visa condition, I need to get like a full-time job.
Okay.
And the good thing is that the hospital that I applied to, the hospital that I usually work to in an agency, they are happy to keep me as a full-time agency and just a full-time nurse. I was like, oh, that's really good.
Oh, so you've got full-time employment.
Yeah, I was actually a bit, what do you call that? Hesitant of asking them, but eventually they told me we are happy to put you in our roster run because you've been working with us like for quite some times now. You know all the stuff that we've done. Yes, you're basically our staff here, just not being signed up yet. I was like, nice.
Fantastic. And you've been working there how long?
Yeah, I've been working there for more than 2 years, and I'm one of the shifty there coordinator. I've been close friends to her who was like, Ron, if you're going to be applying as a full-time, just put me as your reference so we can easily get you in. And well, of course, we're going to get you in, of course, because you've been working for quite some times now. Well, I don't have any strangest requests, but I got like a really scary things about patient. What actually happened that patient came in, a bit psychosis, and then he got her bag. He got his bag. There's a lot of stuff in there. We usually do the protocol in there. We have to search their stuff just to take all this harmful stuff to them and harmful stuff to us. And then when we start looking at his stuff, there's actually like a huge tomahawk in his bag. Like a huge
tomahawk.
Like a huge tomahawk. When it's like, what do you use this for?
Yeah, chopping wood.
Yeah, they were like, I'll use that for wood. I was like, oh my God. And everyone's so surprised about it. Who brought tomahawk here now? I was like, patient there. I was like, yeah, that patient there. He brought that in. I was like, get it out. Give it to security. Let them secure that. I was like, And the good thing is that patient he came in with psychosis, but he's completely settled. He's completely pleasant.
Do you ever feel like threatened in ED because the people can just walk in and often there's something going on in their life? Do you feel threatened? Do you feel protected?
No, actually, I just developed this through the years of working here. But I'm not threatened anymore because usually all the patients came into ED. They need help.
Yep.
They need help. So if they came in like really agitated because they haven't had anything that they wanted to, they didn't get what they want to. So you are there as a staff, as some nurse, you just probably talk to them, tell them what they want, and try to manage them and try to like bargain what they want. For example, they wanted to smoke. They couldn't have a smoke because they got a line in. They need to be reviewed first before that. So what we usually do is, for example, they started to get agitated, they get more unsettled. We talk to them. Okay, you wanted to go for smoke. What I can offer you right now is we can just give you a nicotine patch, a nic patch, just to help you with your cigarette addiction. They were just like, if they said no, I would say, we do have this like inhalers. Maybe you want that. Maybe you can try that. If they said yes, that answers every question. So that will not threaten me anymore. So sometimes the patient came in and started more agitation, get more agitated. They usually wanted to get to be seen by a doctor quickly. And during that time, of course, shifty coordinator will be there to talk to them. We try to talk to them. We try our best to manage their anger, their agitation. We try to talk them out. And I'm pretty sure they did a really good job doing that because most of the patients coming in there were agitated. They all started settling down. Yeah. And then they're already in the main deck. Talk to them, doctor will talk to them, and then one of the psych team will talk to them, and they're all settled. They just wanted to have what they want to.
Yeah. We had the COVID hotels looking after the COVID hotels when the pandemic was on, and I think the most aggressive were the people who wanted to smoke.
Couldn't agree more with that.
Yeah, we could offer them nicotine patches, and that was it. You can't smoke in a hotel. I think the only shift I've ever done in ED as an agency nurse was Australia Day.
Oh.
Australia Day night. So I was there doing a night shift at Royal Perth. Yeah. It was crazy.
Oh, that's the full moon type of thing.
Well, I don't know about full moon, but that was when you could drink down the park. I'm talking 25 years ago when you could take alcohol to the park and you're down there and everybody's there. Everybody was there. The whole world stops for Australia Day and everyone's partying on.
Bring all their drinks.
Yes, bring all their drinks and then come to ED with glass in your face and
isn't
aggression.
It a little bit danger? I mean, if they got glass or bottle of wine they're holding it and then when presented to the ED, they can use that as a weapon, right?
Yeah, I think the security stopped them before that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, but they were injured. Yeah, but it was just really busy and I thought, no, I can't do this. Hats off to you. Hats off to you people. You don't know what's going to be presented to you. You have no idea.
Something happened. They just go black.
Yeah.
Just run all the